Yankees fans, we have a lot to talk about today. So do me a favor. If you love the Yankees and you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 24,000 subscribers. So if you can help us get there, that would be a gigantic blessing. We're also going live tonight. Well, the evening around 5 p.m. So this video is probably going to go up around, 3:45, the latest 4 o'clock. I hope not. So if you catch it before 5, do me a favor, tune into the live stream. We're going to talk about what we're talking about in today's video a little more extensively. But man, Robert Murray from Fansided, we have to start here. Robert Murray from Fansided, he does great work, has reported that the Yankees are trying for right-handed bats and pitching. They remain open to Cody Bellinger, but the signals from New York are that they are making offers and the teams and free agents aren't liking them. There is plenty of time to upgrade the roster before spring training, but if Bellinger signs elsewhere, the pressure will be on Cashman even more to get this right. So this kind of lines up with what Cashman said about the Yankees being too left-handed. He may really believe that. He may have been telling us the truth on the first night of winter meetings. And we all have to accept that. So after accepting that, what could that mean? That means definitely no Kyle Tucker. And that means if the price isn't right for Cody Bellinger, no Cody Bellinger. So if Cody really wanted to come back, when you want to go somewhere, they don't want to go past a certain figure, certain length. You kind of compromise because you want to play there. And I'm not saying he should. I'm just saying when you want to go somewhere, that's what you do. Right? You kind of sign what they call a team-friendly deal. It doesn't look like Boris and Cody want anything to do with that. And that's his right. He came off of a big year, Cody Bellinger, a tremendous season. Arguably his second best season of his career. It is when it comes to WAR anyway. So Cody has every right to do what he's doing. Right? He's a free agent. He's free. However, the New York Yankees, if they want to move on because they feel like he's taking too much time and they would prefer a right-handed bat anyway, all right. Adios, Cody. Have a great one. And believe me, I want Cody. I want him back. If you're not signing Kyle Tucker, if that's out of the realm of possibility, bring me back Cody Bellinger. But if they're just far apart on years and money, well, unfortunately, it's not going to happen. And it just makes you think, all right, how badly did he really want to be here? Just because, hey, you do make some compromises if you really want to be somewhere. You do. And in this case, they're not doing it. Maybe he will. I don't know. I can't tell the future. But also, too, what really got me is that they're making offers to teams. Obviously, that would be trades. They're making trade offers and they're making offers to free agents that just these teams, when it comes to the trade offers, they're just not big fans of those said trade offers. And these players are not big fans of the contract offers. I'm curious as to what numbers have been thrown around. Right, Edwin Diaz is signed. The Yankees were not in on him. Cashman confirmed that. He called him a heck of a pitcher, but he confirmed that, hey, we never really were in on Diaz at all. Pete Alonso signed with the Orioles. Well, the Yankees were looking for a right-handed bat. You could make a case where, hey, maybe we could assign Pete. Yes, high strikeout guy. Lackluster first baseman. Really good hitter. Really good power hitter. I mean, he's guaranteed to have an 850, 870 OPS year in and year out. 35 homers, driving 110, 120. And now he's in our friggin' division, unfortunately. But if you wanted right-handed bats, there was a way to fit Pete in here. There was. But the Yankees didn't want to fit him in that way. So there are a few right-handed bats on the market, like a Bo Bichette. Where does he fit? The interesting thing about Bo Bichette is this. If you were to sign him, you're signing him because of his bat. I like to call him Luis Ariz, so he hits for average, but Luis Ariz with pop. That's what Bo Bichette is, in my opinion. So he hits for average. He hits for a 800 OPS or higher. That's what you want. out of your third baseman, a second baseman. Obviously, we have Jazz over there at second base, but we have some stuff to talk about when it comes to Jazz a little later. So when potentially bringing on a guy like Bo Bichette, you're not married to him to be your shortstop. It's just how can we fit him into the lineup? He could play second base. He could play short. He could play third. He doesn't play any of them exceptionally well. I don't even think he plays any of them really all that well. He's okay, but not really that good. But you're bringing him in for his bat, and he knows at least how to play those positions. So, okay, is that the right-handed bat that you could be checking out and trying to sign? We haven't heard anything about that. Now, Alex Bregman, another guy, which I really don't want him in pinstripes at all. He's got grit, he's got fire, but he's a former Astro, and now he's a former Red Sox at that point. So he can just go back to Boston. But my point is, have been premium right-handed bats on the free agent market, and I haven't heard the Yankees linked to one of them. And there's Ketel Marte, switch hitter, who's supposedly on the trade market. The Yankees aren't even linked to him. We're hearing Boston, Toronto. Those teams are linked to Marte, but not the Yankees. So it's interesting. I wonder what right-handed bats are really the Yankees are really in on. Now, according to Scott Boras, there have been indications that Boras could be waiting for Tucker to make a decision before concluding Cody Bellinger's free agency. Now, with that being said, I just think Cody is going to get or is going to command more money than what the Yankees are willing to give him at the end of the day. So I really don't think Cody comes back. That sucks. It sucks. I just don't think it happens. I'll scream it from the rooftops. It freaking sucks. I just don't see it. I'm sorry. Just with all this other stuff. Now with Jazz. Yankees are reportedly listening to offers on Jazz Chisholm. Now, he's got 1 year left. He's a 30-30 guy. I think it could be a 40-40 guy. I would not mind the Yankees extending Jazz. I like Jazz. I like him as a ball player. I think he's a tremendous second baseman. He's one of the best second basemen in Major League Baseball. He's got a year left. I would love an extension, but we know the Yankees don't really do that. So most likely, if he's going to come back, he's going to test the market. We're going to have to do this whole song and dance next year if the lockout doesn't happen, and let's pray it doesn't. But Jazz Chisholm, do you think the Yankees are going to trade him? Personally, I don't. They're listening, right? As they should. They're doing their job. They're listening just to see what's out there. And Brian Cashman actually spoke on this. This is from Brian Hoke over there on X. Cashman was proposed about the possibility of a Jazz Chisholm trade. Cashman said this: "He's somebody who I think is currently part of the solution, someone that's made us better by getting him 2 deadlines ago and giving us athleticism. He's above average. He's an all-star second baseman, great defense, steals bags, power, all that stuff. He's been a good get. We will be open-minded. But again, my default is these are all individually good players. We acquired them for a reason." So my thing is this. If the Yankees are going to potentially shop Jazz Chisholm, which they're not shopping him, they're just gauging interest, right? Seeing if they get their freaking socks knocked off. If that were to happen, I don't see Jazz being traded for anything less than a player that is just as good as him. I don't think it should be for this, a package of prospects. That's not where the Yankees are. And I don't think it should be for a bullpen arm either. If Corey Seager really is available, I really do think, now call me crazy, I do think that the Yankees and the Rangers are a match for a Seager-Chisholm trade. I do. Because if the Yankees are even remotely interested in Seager, which they are, they've at least called the Rangers on Seager, and the Rangers are reportedly, they're open to the possibility of maybe trading him. As Passan would say, they're listening on Seager. I think Chisholm for Seager makes a lot of sense because it still puts the Rangers in a spot to compete because you're getting one of the top second basemen in baseball. You are a 30-30 guy, as I said. If you want to extend him or if you want to sign him when he becomes a free agent at the end of the season, you can if you like him that much. But it still puts you in a spot in 2026 to compete, right? And then you don't have 5 more years of Corey Seager after that. But with the Yankees, if the Yankees are showing interest in Corey Seager, which they are, then that tells me that the Yankees are willing to commit to Seager rather than Jazz for whatever reason. And I would love to commit to Jazz. I really would. I like him a lot. Really good ball player. But I just think that if the Yankees are not going to extend Jazz and they don't mind the idea of having Seager for multiple years, the trade works for both teams because Texas still gets back a really good player. And if they want to extend him, they can. And the Yankees get a player who they want to commit to. I think it just makes sense for both sides. I really do. But listen, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care.